Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Antiheroes in Exandria, or welcome for the first time if it's your first time joining us. I'm Kay, the Dungeon Master for this 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons show. Before I get into announcements, we have player introductions, starting with Nick.
Hi, I'm Nick. I play Easter Selberg, a human archfey patron warlock.
Hi, I'm Ethan, and I play Zofdal Zephyrax, the Dragonborn Graviturgy Wizard.
Hi, I'm Zach, and I play Bonks the Bugbear Barbarian.
Hi, I'm Alyssa, and I play Angelica Jacobson, the Gearbow, Circle of the Shepherd, Druid.
Great. So for our announcements, we premiere our episodes on YouTube Mondays at 7 p.m. Pacific time. We are resuming our side adventure, which is set in Exandria. We play music from the Critical Role soundtracks, Welcome to Tal'Dorei and Welcome to Wildemount. Also from Incompetech, Tabletop Audio, and BattleBard. So you can find all links and credits and other important resources and information in the video description. So go ahead and click that Show More button for all of that good stuff. You can follow us on co-host at Antiheroes. And you can hopefully keep enjoying our show and keep coming back for more. Share it with those you love and those you don't. Thank you for putting up with that, and now we're going to do our intro video. And welcome back. Let's start with a recap. During a race against Io's rival adventuring party at a festival in Jigao, the Quatrefoils followed a strange light to find the Jewel of Three Prayers. Picking it up gave them a vision of a man named Elixion begging to be saved from the darkness. Both the Quatrefoils and Io's group are headed to the demon-plagued town of Bazozan to the southeast, in hopes of learning more. But the road there has so far been littered with demonic threats, from a toad-like fiend attacking the Aurora Watch to a field strewn with corpses where they were ambushed by a group of carrion eaters from the abyss. Letting it play out gives me a chance to kind of figure out where we're starting.
Yeah.
So, you came across this field strewn with corpses, a giant rotting husk of a dead demon, and about 2 dozen humans in hide armor scattered around, as well as the bodies of horses and various other critters. As you approached, and Angelica attempted to take a closer look at this giant, mass of furry corpse, you were ambushed by a couple little whatsits.
Scary whatsits.
Scary whatsits.
Terrifying whatsits.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, quasits that were hiding in the creature's fur, as well as a rock, which flew down from the sky to attempt to pick you off. But with the rivals' help, as they went off to take care of some of the other quasits, you all managed to take care of business, and the threat has been vanquished, for the lack of better word.
That's a good one.
Yeah, thank you. So, get some music playing here.
Like it gets so like squishy. We did.
It's got
It's a big squish.
Squished. So we're picking up directly after the end of that combat. It's quiet.
I think Easter calls out to ask you, everyone over there okay?
You hear Io's voice come back. Yeah, I think we're fine. How about you?
A few scratches. Pretty good.
Anyone need a healer?
All good here.
I think I'll survive. I'm good. I wouldn't want to run into too many more of those things today, but
Yeah, real scary.
Zoph was pointing up toward the sky and the carrion demons.
Oh, those ones look too bad.
So if anybody wants to have a look around, you can do that, or we can just
Yeah,
move on.
These people don't look like Aurora watch soldiers, do they?
Why don't you make an investigation check?
Sure.
Or you could
Easter,
make
do
a
you wanna-
survival
do you wanna let
check.
me investigate and you could help?
No.
Okay.
Not when you say it like that.
I'll help you.
And how much time are you planning to spend?
I'm not like searching the bodies for like valuables or anything. I'm just kind of like taking a quick look around and saying like, are these? Do I like recognize any of these
Right.
people?
In that
or
case, you
anything like
can
that?
do perception if you prefer perception.
I actually would prefer investigation.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll do a quick pocket rifle.
I'll help
Pocket
you.
rifle.
I'll do whatever.
I got a 6.
Nice.
So there.
Well, you can tell they're wearing hide armor and they're
Oh.
all human
Okay.
rather than drow or other races. So
Good thing. 'cause
you're pretty sure that they're not Aurora Watch
Okay.
members.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 23.
Investigation
Yep.
with,
What's 11, baby?
with help or by yourself?
With help. Bonks
Okay.
was helping.
Okay.
But technically my second roll for Bonks' help was a natural 1, just so you know.
It's one of the only investigations are my only proficient skills.
Oh,
So I was like, no, I'm gonna do it, and then I rolled a 2.
oh no.
Get them all out early.
Okay. So what are you're just looking at pockets and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe they're carrying a driver's license so I can like send condolences to their families or something like that.
Let's see. So with an investigation check of a ridiculously high number, the humans themselves don't seem like they're carrying too much, but you do find, say, 26 gold
Very cool, Easter.
over all of them, like by
Yeah.
collecting all together,
It's like 5 pieces of paper worth.
collectively.
We'll sticks it in the bag.
But as you're going through, you do see something glinting sticking in the hide of the demon that is dead.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
You go to investigate.
Yeah, I'll go take. I mean, I'm not going to plunge my hand into the fur and pull it out right away, though.
Maybe
I'll
that's
take
what
a
I do.
closer look.
Yeah, the natural
That's
one.
the health part of it. There you go.
Yeah, so you can go up to the body of the demon and you find a dagger embedded in its hide. Looks pretty, like, valuable,
Okay,
you think?
pull that out. Show it to Bonks.
Yeah. Looking at it, you see that there is a name inscribed on the blade of the dagger.
Mm.
Kirshali Wastewalker.
It's unfortunate. Yep, that a little bit.
Yeah.
Walker.
Waste Walker, yeah.
Think they'll be wanting it back, or you think they'll one of these?
I think they got wasted.
Yeah. No walking for them. Do we know, like, the origin of a name like that? Is it like...
Make a history check. You can Bonks, you can make it with advantage.
Do you want to outdo this one too?
And
don't
so,
know.
if you want to make it, you can make yours at advantage too.
Okay.
I'm not
If you're giving me the
proficient with this, but I will do
opportunity.
my best.
Do people normally inscribe their names on the daggers?
I mean,
is that like something you do?
Somebody.
It could have been a gift.
Oh.
You beat me.
Yeah, what'd you get?
Only 16.
Well, I rolled a 19, so that's a 19.
Yeah, so you guys recognize this Wastewalker name as being the name of a clan of Jorhassian nomads. And especially you, Zoph, being from Asarius, you are more familiar with stories of the clan, specifically because they are a little bit fearsome and can be violent.
Okay.
Okay.
Do any of these bodies... You gotta look at the bodies kind of
Yeah,
closely.
I got a pretty good look.
Do any of them look like they might be nomadic, perhaps potentially violent wanderers?
Easter points at one at random. It says that one.
I think that's Wastewalker.
Oh, yeah. I think you might be right.
They happen to have like a sheath for a dagger.
It says
rather.
Wastewalker on it.
Test out all the bodies, see if they fit.
Yeah. Okay, well, if we encounter more of them, then
It's hard to tell.
I guess we can tell them what happened.
Okay. Yeah, that's all you find.
Does it? Do we have any way to tell if something's like magic? Like, is it a magic dagger, or is that something with the stuff?
Make an Arcana check.
Here's a. Does this look magical to you?
Goggles of object
Or you
reading.
could do an identify or something.
Nobody has detect magic.
I do.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Is it worth checking?
Not with a 25 Arcana.
With a 25 Arcana, you can tell that the dagger is in fact magic.
Oh, yeah, I think it is.
With a... Yeah, I don't know what else. No, it's
Follow-up
magic.
question. What to do?
Well,
How magic is it, Soph?
goodness. You are pushy today, Bonds.
In what type?
You know, I haven't used my identify spell today, so I can take a look at this, but if I had
By
used
all
it today, you'd be out of luck.
Well, this is
I'll
our
cast the identify spell.
Okay. Yeah, it is a +1 dagger.
Oh,
Cool.
a little bit easier to hit, a little bit more of a slash with it.
Alright. Cool. Does
Bargain
anybody
being
want-
+1 dagger.
Or should I just... I'll just take it, I guess.
These daggers.
You want it?
Infant.
You want it? Yeah, you can have it.
Thank you.
Okay, add it to your turn. The Wastewalker +1 dagger.
Angelica Waste.
Angelica Walkerson.
What's y'all's passive insights? Of course.
Oh, does someone in the other party want it?
11.
14.
15.
Uh,
Assuming it's just 10 plus insight skill.
It is.
15.
13.
Okay, never mind.
Yep.
Cool. On we go.
Yeah.
Okay. You carry on.
Birds.
I've been holding on to that one for a week, you guys.
We should have called last episode Carry On My Wayward Son.
That can be this one.
All right. I'm gonna need one of you to roll a d8.
It's usually...
I always
Our
roll
party
great.
leader.
Oh,
It's a 3,
3.
which I think I rolled before.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you get...
Thank you for remembering that I am the party leader.
I think I designated you the party leader.
I don't need anyone to designate.
You're right, designate was the wrong word.
Recognize.
All right, so you continue on your way down the Emerald Loop. And 2 days pass without any other major incidents.
Okay.
You all can mark a long rest. If there's anything you'd like to do at camp during one of your long rests, or any conversations you'd like to have, any spells you'd like to cast, or things you'd like to focus on during your rest, let me know.
Does anybody want Easter to scry on anybody? I could try scrying on Elixir.
That or scrying on the person that we're supposed to seek out in what's it called? What's that town called?
I've only got
Basil's
a name. Elixir, I've got a name and an image, which is more chance of success.
You can do that. Yeah, it's not a
I
bad
think
idea.
that's worth a shot.
Go for it.
Are you talking about the Taskmaster?
Oh, yeah, the task count?
That's what I was talking
Task
about.
count.
But we do Alexion first. What?
Taskmaster.
Yeah.
With a whip.
It's not John.
Scry.
Okay, let me double check something.
Okay, let's see. Target has to make a wisdom save. The DC is 17. And they get a -2 to their save against this because I have a likeness or picture of them. But
You don't have a likeness of them.
I've seen them.
That's not the same as having a likeness or picture of them, right? Or is it you just have to know what they look like? I'm gonna look up the spell rules too.
It just says connection, likeness, or picture. I think that counts, but I will say my knowledge of the target is only secondhand. I've only heard of the target. I haven't met them and I don't know them well. So that's a +5. So they get overall they get a +3 to the save.
Okay. And then you're using your mask, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna reread this item that I gave you.
I can expend 1 charge.
1 charge. Okay, so you're spending 1 charge to cast Scrying.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, yeah. Casting 1 charge the first time.
So, what does it look like when you cast this spell?
I think Easter sits quietly with the mask on. And she's got her crystal. And I think she's like the mask is the lens through which she sees, but like the crystal is the place in which she's seeing it. So she's kind of just like staring into the crystal through the mask and is just like chanting the name that she remembers over and over and like trying to, at first with her eyes closed, trying to get a clear picture of what she remembers Elixir looking like from the vision.
Okay. As you do this, with your hands over the crystal, trying to recall, you can feel warm hands closing around yours. And you can smell that kind of spicy autumnal scent that you associate with Lady Avarice. And even though you don't see her, you can hear the whisper of her voice on the wind. She says, "I do not know this person you are trying to scry on, but let us see what we can see. and you feel kind of through the mask this surge of power going into you, and everything around you darkens as you feel kind of your consciousness even get pulled out.
Mm-hmm.
Minutes pass, but everything's still dark, and you can hear dum, 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 dum in your ears. And at first you're thinking, it's kind of similar to the sensation of when you saw the vision. But after another minute, you realize that it's just the sound of your own heartbeat as you've been sitting here with your eyes closed for 10 minutes. You're not able to see anything.
Well, yeah, I think after Issa comes out of it and like puts away all her implements, it just like stretches out a little bit because it's kind of uncomfortable sitting in that position for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no luck. I don't know if that's because he threw off the spell or if it's because there's magic preventing it. Could be anything. I don't really know why it failed.
But
For that-
try. Thanks.
For that spell, does the person or thing need to be alive?
Do I know that? Let's see. I think I would know how.
You would know whatever's written in the spell
yeah.
description.
You know, it doesn't say.
It doesn't say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so you don't know.
Yeah. So I'm not sure.
Okay.
The person you're scrying on does need to exist, though. So if another possibility for why you saw nothing is this being, Elixian, is a complete fabrication meant to lure us into some danger.
It's possible.
Do they have to exist on this plane?
The way I cast it, they would. If the reason it failed is because they're not on this plane, I could try again tomorrow and put a little more juice into the spell.
Oh, okay.
But for tonight, that's all we get.
Well, thanks for trying.
Thanks for scrying.
I'm tired tonight.
Sorry.
That's one way to put it.
He's not on fire now. It's soon.
Angie, did you end up with the dagger? I think that first night after the encounter with the demons, Irvin will approach you.
I was gonna ask if I did tune to it, but it's just a plus one.
I think with a +1 dagger, you don't have to. I can check. No, you don't have to attune to it. But Irvin will approach you, and he'll say, hey, beautiful. How are you doing?
Hi, you.
How are you doing? Hey, I have a little bit of an odd request. I saw...
Other than usual, eh?
Well, you know me. I saw that you picked up something, a dagger or a weapon or something earlier.
Sure did.
Could I take a look at it? I promise I won't pocket it. You can keep your eyes on me the whole time. I just want to see it.
All I want to know is one thing.
Sure.
You're not gonna poke me with it, are you?
No, I'm not going to poke you.
I was just joking here.
What do you take me for? He takes a look at it very closely, and if you'd like, you could make an insight check.
Sure.
No.
I know it better be.
10.
10. Well, we'll see.
20, he's a Pascal-esque slippery fellow.
Seems to be every character I play could be that. Yeah, so he kind of looks it over and interesting. Well, this is a great find. Bet you could catch a pretty coin for this. And he hands it back to you. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Oh, sure. Can I ask what your interest is in it?
Well, he takes out his own daggers. I was like, just wanted to compare. You know, I'm a little bit of a connoisseur. He puts his back. And, let's see. Yep. That's it.
Okay. It's pretty nice.
It is.
I put it back.
Yeah.
Want to try them out?
Put it to good use. Oh,
Practice with it?
are you talking about like a spar? You want to use it against me?
I'm just saying we find some logs and take aim there, buddy. Wow. Calm down.
It's real hard to read you sometimes, and I like that about you. But I'm trying to keep this face unscarred. But if you're talking about target practice on a nearby tree, I'm all down. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Try to make a little wager.
Well, of course.
Okay.
2 cups of tea.
Well, I'm wondering if... Well, let's just put the money on it. How much gold do I have?
Just put one.
The entire party's on it. She puts 1 throw.
Quite a bit. Well, so let's test the waters here. How about 5 gold?
Sure. 5 gold it is.
Let's go.
All right. Yeah. So, find a suitable trunk of a tree nearby, which is like there's not really any trees, but they're like, because it's like wasteland stuff, but there's like dead husks of trees that are just like bark logs sticking out of the ground or whatever, and no like canopy or foliage or anything like that. But you can find
Trees
something.
in quotation marks.
Yes.
Yeah, quote unquote trees.
Okay, so Angel takes some of her water and make a little mud and draw a ring.
That's great.
How many paces would you like, Irvin, good buddy, old pal?
Well, let's do 20.
All right, let's go.
All right, so you take 20 paces out. Ladies first.
Okay.
So go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay.
Make sure you add the +1.
On top of whatever you would normally have.
Okay, that is another 10.
10 is what you needed to hit the target. No bullseye, but you hit the target. Yeah. It's like, well, it's not bad. Not bad. You're still getting used to the weight, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fine.
sure thing.
Fine. May I?
Wow, it's nice. Here, you try.
May I? Thank you. So, we'll keep him. Let's see.
Maybe I do need it. Don't do it.
He throws it too, and he has very good form. Like, he's done it a time or two. He hits the target just a little bit higher than where you did. Still on the outer ring. So, yeah, that's a little heavier than the ones I'm used to. It's a little bit more weight to it. It's good though. The balance could be nice if you get used to it.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. Good job.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, he rolled a 14.
Should go double or nothing.
Nah.
Got lots of money, Angie. More than we ever thought we did.
If you want to practice for a while, I could show you some tips.
Like tip of a dagger. Sure, I wouldn't mind hanging out a little longer.
Great. Now see, with a dagger this size, he kind of gets into the...
He's got a mansplain too.
Yep. He starts mansplaining how to use the dagger.
Cool.
Yep.
And
You want to stab
was-
with this side.
You want to stab at the pointy end.
she's very polite, but she's
No,
not.
he's actually like... he's sleazy, but he has actual passion for the dagger craft and throwing knives and stuff. And so he asks you questions about how much you know about using daggers, what your experiences are, and he's trying to like actually be helpful.
They always are.
Yeah. So no, I'm really not good with daggers. I don't know why I made that crazy, but it just sounded like fun. And
It
I
was
really,
fun
and I really did need to try it out before,
before using it.
before I really, really, really needed.
You don't want to throw it at your little fox-tailed friend either, do you? By accident in the middle of combat.
True. She's rather fond of that too.
Looks good on her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm sprightly.
Yeah, so we spend some time practicing throwing daggers with Urban.
Slap him on the back. Thanks, buddy.
My pleasure. Okay, anyone else wants to do anything?
Do you want to talk to?
Well, I do, but I'm trying to let other people do things before
Okay.
I jump in.
Why don't you go first?
Okay. I need to compare notes with Galsariad.
Oh, yes.
So, at some point in the journey, when there's downtime,
Mhm.
sidle over,
Yeah.
spellbook in hand. Take
Hello.
a seat on a
Yes.
quote-unquote log. Next
A
to-
rock. It's
Yeah.
probably more likely a rock.
And I'll just kind of pat the top of the book and say, we said we were going to compare notes.
Yes, I've been wondering when we'd have time to do this. Sounds wonderful.
I've never actually compared notes with another wizard before, so I don't know how this is supposed to go. Is there an etiquette? Do we just open our books and show each other every spell we have?
Make an insight check.
It's me. Let's see, what's my score? Well, it's actually decent. 12.
Yeah. You see a slight hesitation or uncertainty in his eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and he kind of looks around to see if anyone else is listening. Then he leans in and he's like, "Actually, to be quite honest, I've never done this before either."
Okay, well, that's actually really good to know, because I'm not the only one.
Yes. Well, perhaps we could just swap and flip through each other's spell books
Yeah,
for
sure.
a time, if that's
I'm fine with that.
great. So he like hands you his spell book.
You know, I've read that a lot of wizards tend to be, you know, tight-lipped about, you know, their spells and things like that, but it just doesn't make sense to me. It kind of feels like the sort of thing that, you know, you'd want to you'd want to share and,
Yeah,
I don't know, publish or something.
precisely. I quite agree.
Scholarship and all that.
I quite agree. I mean, what better way to pursue knowledge than to share it with others and have their knowledge shared with you in return?
Exactly. We can get a lot further if we, you know, we're working together than either of us could have gotten separately.
Precisely. It was quite frustrating back in Arizona, starting out as a wizard, and there are many people who've been studying magic for much longer than I, and it's very difficult getting them to share their information with me. They charge quite a high fee for such things, and I don't understand it.
Yeah, and see, that's the kind of impression I had, but I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. So here you go. Hand over the book.
Thank you. Here. We spent some time flipping through each other's spell books. The ones that he has right now, I'm not quite sure what your list looks like.
It's getting pretty long.
Yeah. Not sure if these are actually spells. His stat block is written in kind of a interesting way.
So I was wondering about, can you read each other's handwriting?
He does have Long Strider and Mage Hand and Mage Armor.
I've also got mage armor, but I don't have long strider. What kind of things would he be looking for in my book, in particular? So I
Well,
can tell
I'm
you
gonna
what
have to
I've got.
open your character sheet now.
Well, I was just gonna tell you, but I've got a lot of spells.
You've got quite a
All
few.
that paper.
Mm-hmm. The wizard life is expensive.
It is.
I was gonna say, all that money.
Expensive
Lovely
class. Let's see. I think he might want. Oh, you do have quite a bit in here. Let me check a thing real quick too. Okay, I think he would be curious about... Let's give him... Screw it. Probably magnify gravity.
Oh, yeah. So I see him spending a little bit of time on that one, and I'll kind of scoot in, and I'll say, this spell in particular, I think I've only ever had an opportunity to cast it once. I don't know if you have any tips, but I run into this problem where anytime I want to cast it on something, all of my allies are around that thing, and you see it's an area, right?
Yes.
And so I always worry if I cast it, if it will affect my allies too. It's a bit of a problem.
Yes, this is quite the frustrating thing about being a ranged caster like this. You must always... Well, in theory, it's better to communicate your plans with your party members, but now that I've been in a few scuffles, I realize it's not really realistic, is it?
It's hard to plan in advance, too.
Especially when you don't know what you're up against.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What is it that we can do to remedy this? Because this would be quite devastating used in the right circumstances.
Especially if, for example, you could get an ally to somehow push the enemy a ways away first, and then you could cast it on them, and then, since they'd be slower because of the magnified gravity, they wouldn't be able to get back to you,
Yes, that does sound like a really great strategy. You have an ally that can do something like that, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe if you spend some time with her, you'll realize that no one can tell Easter what to do. She's gonna do what she's gonna do. So it's better just to roll with her punches.
I understand, but perhaps there's a way to make her believe it's her idea to begin with. Come to her with the problem.
It's not really my forte, but I could try.
Tell her
bit of
you need help with this situation. And let her come up with the solution.
Give her the opportunity to be the plan maker.
Precisely.
I see. That's smart. That's really smart.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's a great idea.
Well, I've had to employ this tactic many times in my life.
I kind of look around at Galsariad's party members questioningly.
Oh, Lord, not with them. They've been quite lovely and frankly not quite up to my academic level, so they are quite willing to listen to any plans that I might have. No, I was speaking more of people that I know back home.
My gaze had fallen on I cannot think of his name. Irvin, yes, and kind of lingered.
We only
there.
name it.
Well, if you want, you're welcome to take this one over into your book and see if you can get some use of it.
That would be very kind indeed. And you are, of course, welcome to any of the spells that you see in mine.
Is this? I thought that I had seen you maybe do some magic of this variety. Gravity and time stuff.
Yes. Dunamancy is, of course, of extreme interest to me.
Do you have a specialty in there?
I believe he's a gravitation wizard like you.
Same.
Double check.
Can you adjust density?
She said Lord's not that much. She said Lord Ruler.
Lord Ruler. I almost did. Where did I put his? Oh, there it is. Yeah, he's a graviturgy wizard too.
Oh, cool. Yeah, then this should be right up your alley.
Yes, this is why it drew me to it. I can do other things such as I can distort the gravity around a willing creature to what can I do? Reading a stat block and role-playing at the same time, it's really hard.
It's tough.
Well, I've experimented with things such as distorting the field of gravity around a certain person who's willing, and they can then if they have enemies around them, the enemies will be damaged by the change in the gravity field, but also the creature within the field could then levitate and escape a situation where they might be in dire need.
That sounds extremely useful.
I haven't perfected it quite to the level of being able to record my notes in my book yet, of course, but perhaps there would be a time when I'd be able to use it in combat and show you.
We could work on it together if you want.
That would be great. I could show you.
I've never, fair warning, I've never really developed my own spell. You know, I do a lot of reading and I kind of put together how other people in the past have done it, but I'm willing to try.
It is very rewarding to experiment, you know, like once you know the basics, especially out here where there are no real Dunamantic instructors. I've been forced to kind of dabble and figure things out on my own. But I'm more than happy to show you what I know, and maybe we can come up with something together.
Yeah, we can try it. We can work on it. See what we can come up with.
Great. Well, come this way and I'll show you what I can do.
Okay.
Yeah, so pack up the books and go over and start training your spellcasting.
Sounds fun.
Swapping graviturgy tricks.
And I'll think if I want to put Longstrider in the book. I haven't decided yet.
Okay. And I think that Galthariad is happy to wait to copy any spells from your book until there's a good trade, because, I mean, he knows just as well as you do how expensive it is, and he doesn't want to take for free. But he does want you to show him the spell.
We can do that.
Shall we call your Easter over now and you can show her what it does?
Oh, no, I can have that conversation with her later.
Oh, yes, of course. Right.
Anything for books?
You go first.
Okay. Yeah. Easter will talk to Ao again.
Yeah, I am. She's got jug of ale.
Mm-hmm.
She offers you a sip.
Yeah. Take a swig. And Easter just kind of like gestures with the jug, and just like sweeps her arm out across the terrible blasted landscape. Says, "So, is this what you were hoping to see when you set out from Jigao?"
I wouldn't say hoping, but expecting. Yeah. I mean, I've lived in Jorhaus my whole life, so this is...
Normal?
Yeah, this is what it's like here.
Oh. Wow. Sorry.
Well, to be fair, it is a little bit lusher by the coast.
Yeah.
Yeah? I get the feeling you don't like it very much.
It's not what I'm personally used to.
And what's that?
Big, lush, rolling plains. Tall grass in the wind as far as you can see. Really, lots of windmills.
Look. That sounds like something out of a train.
That's all real. It's just, it'd be hard to show you.
Why is that?
I don't think it's on this world.
Oh. Well. You are a far traveler, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of your hometown?
I can't remember.
I feel like I knew it at one point.
Yeah. Oh, Wind Hollow.
Wind Hollow. I was like,
Yeah.
wind something. Why, it's windy.
Yeah. Wind Hollow.
That's lovely.
Mm-hmm. Hoping to get back there someday. We'll see if I can manage it.
Well, if you can get this lot to leave Jigao, I think you can make it back to your home.
If we don't all die in Bazazan.
We don't all die in Bazozan.
You should take some more.
Yep.
Drink. And offers the jug back to him.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I'm glad we have your crew to back us up. It seems like we're going into something bad.
glad you let us come with you.
This is a pretty depressing conversation, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So, I had an idea.
Okay.
Shark teeth.
Shark teeth. Oh, because
we fought those sharks. And there were the sharks in the race.
The what and the what?
The sharks in the race.
Oh, the sharks in the race.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Shark teeth.
Yeah. Do you like raise sharks or like hunt sharks or something?
No.
Because you seemed like really at home in the water. Like you really knew what you were doing with that shark race.
Well, I've been in and out of the water since I was a wee baby.
Yeah.
Swimming just comes naturally to me, but I don't raise sharks. I don't think I've ever fought a shark until this year.
Well, then why do you want to be the shark teeth? Like, they don't really eat sharks and don't have anything to do with your group.
Well, our origin story was fighting a shark with you guys. That big thing inside the grotto before you found the thing.
Oh, right. I was thinking of the other race with in this water. I guess we were also in the water when we fought that other shark.
Yeah.
I guess there have been a lot of sharks.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean.
It's not a bad idea.
The shark teeth.
Well, what about the shark tooths?
Shots fired.
So good.
It has a nice ring to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll bring it to the rest of the group and see what they say.
Okay.
They better love that.
Shark tooth brotherhood.
There it is.
Shark tooth sisterhood.
Yeah. That's better because of alliterations.
I think that's as far as I've seen this go.
More shooting shit. I think that if you want to answer questions, Io's very curious about your home. But if you're giving off the impression of like it's making you sad to talk about it, she won't cry.
I think maybe it is giving off that impression a little bit.
No, she won't cry.
Yeah. Because I think that the unspoken thing that Easter was getting at is like, this place sucks. This like wasteland, and like being here really makes me miss home and makes me realize I can't get back.
I feel like that's a common theme for Easter.
Yeah, it is.
Every season, this place sucks.
It
and
does.
This place sucks, and this place sucks, and this place
The
sucks.
places you brought us to have all been bad.
Have all been bad. Nothing is going to compare to home ever.
Yep.
Jigo got a decent rating.
Tigo's okay. Well, I had a good time, Tigo.
The very
The
early
was
part of
pretty
it was
good.
bad,
Yeah.
but then it got better when we got to do the festival.
All right. Anything from Bonks?
Yeah, so Bonks is going to attempt to contact Tolkien, but this night he's really struggling because his previous stem symbol pretty much failed. So he's still trying the weapon thing. He's sticking his arsenal out in this circle around him, but then he's trying to think of ways of like how to like do it right. But he has no idea. He has no frame of reference. So he's maybe alphabetical. And so he's like starting from like the 12 o'clock position. He's like, okay, wait, is it Moonlance an M or Spear S? He's like, so like if anyone's watching him when he's doing this like ritual, he's like scratching his head and like looking at his notes. He's like, and like really like frantically like trying to like figure it out. And so it's a very restless night, so to speak, for him to try and do this.
I think Dermot will approach you while you're doing this.
Okay.
And he's watching you kind of curiously.
Yeah.
And if you take a minute to pause and kind of scratch your head and try to figure out, he'll be like, "May I ask what you're doing?" my apologies. I did not mean to startle you.
I was sorry. I was so focused on what I was doing. What did you need?
What are you doing?
Well,
I've seen you've been very particular about whatever ritual this
I
is.
think I almost got it. Don't touch anything.
I won't. I wanted to know if I could help.
Oh, maybe. I'm trying to contact one of my ancestors.
Oh,
And
do you know such magics?
no,
Oh,
that's the problem.
I see.
I've had fleeting conversations with them before, but I don't really know how to reach out to them. They normally come to me.
I
But
see. May I ask what kind of situations they've reached out to you in? And how often of an occurrence is this?
well, I don't know. I mean, when you've watched us fight, you've seen maybe the spiritual forms.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
I believe
that's
I
them.
have. Yes.
That's them, yeah.
Oh,
So
interesting.
yeah. So when we're in, high adrenaline situations such as that, I guess, they aid me.
I see.
Hmm.
I've never seen anything quite like it, although I have heard stories of
Yeah.
people like you.
Yes. Otherwise, there's been only a handful of times where they approach me and we can actually have a conversation. During the fighting, it's very brief and it's only triggered for that instant, maybe seconds, and we don't really have time to,
Yes.
share words with each other.
Yes.
So I'm trying whatever I can to reach out to them, to bring them to me, so we actually have time to discuss.
May I ask why you're so desperate to talk to them?
Well, they've been sort of a guiding hand for me these past few weeks and months, and ever since I started my journey. They really were the ones that kind of pushed me to begin this journey. And so I'm still very new to the outside world, and I feel like I still need them to sort of assure me that I'm on the right path.
What makes you uncertain?
I haven't really gotten the answers that I thought I would. When I'm looking for I'm looking for bits and pieces of information or trying to make connections, and hasn't really worked so far.
I see.
So I'm looking for maybe a little bit of knowledge from them, so I can set the course a little different, or at least get some reassurance that this is truly the right path that they vision as well.
I see. Don't misunderstand me when I ask this. I mean no offense, but why is it that you don't trust your own judgment in these matters?
Well, I
You
come from
seem to be a very clever individual.
I am a scholar.
Yes. I see you
So,
taking notes. I see you taking notes in your journal
Yes.
quite often, and
Well,
you're very observant, and
yes, I also come from a place where I was constantly told I was wrong.
I
And
see.
so I haven't had any real encouragement until my ancestor contacted me. And so they're the only one that has been telling me that I'm right.
I see.
And so I trust them to, not for praise, but just for guidance, like I said. Kind of assure me that we're working on the path together.
I see. Have you opened up to your friends about this?
Lightly.
I
But I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
I can appreciate the desire to reconnect with someone who has given you affirmation in the past. But perhaps if you were to come forward with this information to someone currently within your party, someone a little bit more accessible, you might feel a little bit more confident about your own decisions.
Maybe. It's, yeah, I think that sounds like decent advice. I'm not really sure how to approach the conversation, because I feel like in order for them to fully grasp or at least have an opinion, they would need to probably visit my village and understand why I'm even out here in the first place.
I see.
Yeah, my personal account might not really give them the information they need.
I see. Well, I'm not sure there's much to be done about that right now. But I think it might be worth trying, if you don't mind me saying so. And if you're worried about breaching the topic with any of them, I'm always willing to lend an ear.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I trust all of them, so it's not that I don't. But we've always been focused on other things too. I don't want to derail where we're going and what we're doing, and I figure that if I can handle things internally here and there, then maybe we'll stay focused.
If I may.
Yeah.
Your feelings matter just as much as the mission. If you're feeling uncertain or insecure enough that it's disturbing you so much that you obsess over this circle of weapons,
like blushes a little bit. It's like
perhaps you may be able to convince yourself to speak with your friends about your uncertainties. If there's something that can be done, surely we can find something to do together.
Yeah, maybe you're right. This hasn't worked so far, so...
That said, I know something of the divine. I may not know how to contact the departed, but I might be able to meditate on it, and perhaps the Luxon will show me the way to help you connect with your ancestors.
Oh, sounds helpful.
I don't want to make any promises. I don't know what is within the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
I've only just begun to study these divine powers that I have been blessed with, and we have left my temple behind, so I have no higher luminaries to speak with for their advice. But I believe if I meditate on it, I may be able to help you.
Yeah, if you're willing to try, I appreciate it.
Yes. But I do think it would help in the short term to speak with your friends.
Okay, I'll think about that.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
It's okay, I don't know if this was going to work. Anyways.
Have you tried setting them up in order of, in the order that you obtained them?
No, actually. Grab his notebook. Order of
I'll bid you good night.
Yeah. Like,
He leaves you to it.
Yep, and he sticks to it.
All right.
So Easter, I have a problem.
Oh boy.
Oh,
It's nothing like that.
would the drink help?
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Okay.
So
I
look,
find that drinking helps a lot of my problems.
it's not really one of those problems.
Oh.
It's more of a problem with math.
Oh man, I am not the right person for this.
Well, we'll see. Let me just
Okay.
run it by you, and maybe in talking it out with you, I'll come up with the solution.
Okay.
Sometimes that helps.
Sure.
So, you see, I have this spell.
I like it
And-
so far.
Yeah, it's pretty devastating.
I like spells.
Increased gravity makes it so, whoever is affected by it is really slow and can't move very well for a little bit.
Or it makes things a lot more serious, right?
That it does.
Increased gravity.
Rope lasts a little too much. Good one. So here's my problem. Because it's an area, and I find that, Bonks tends to be right around the enemies, and sometimes Angie's in, the form of, a wolf or a
Yeah, I don't
bear,
know why they fight like that.
I don't know, some kind of...
It's much easier to stand way back and just shoot stuff.
Right?
I hardly ever get hurt. Did you notice?
I did, yeah.
Challenge accepted.
This spell would be a lot easier if they held to that
Which
wisdom.
spell?
This one that magnifies the gravity?
Oh, that right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I need a clear area, clear of enemies. So what I'm struggling with is I need a way to push enemies away from everyone for long enough for me to cast the spell. And I'm racking my brains. I can't think of a single way.
Is there some kind of I think I heard of someone using like a gust of wind for this. Do you have any wind spells?
I don't, and neither did Galsariad. I was just checking his book.
Hey, Angie?
Yo,
You know any gust of wind spells?
sweetie, don't you?
No?
Can you?
The fur and the farts, we did it! Never mind, inside joke.
Nature's like your thing, right?
You know it?
Yeah. So can you like push?
I need a clear...
Are you only have a blowhard?
No?
What are you getting at?
They started it.
So, what's this about?
I just need to... It's not important. Goodbye. Loaf walks away.
Oh.
And he, like, makes eye contact with Galsariad across the camp and just shakes their head.
Galsariad throws up his arms. Back to the drawing board. Alright.
That was everything I wanted. Thank you, Nick.
So, if you have not marked a long rest, please do so. As you continue to travel. 2 nights pass. On your 5th day of travel... Where is the music I wanted? It is right here. On your 5th day of travel, you are going along the road, and in the distance, you spot what looks like an overturned wagon in the ditch.
This day of travel, the DM gave to me. No return wagon in the road.
Yep.
There aren't any like, there's not any corpses around this one. Just at a glance, are there?
Why don't you make a perception check if you're doing it at a glance, or
Sure.
an investigation check if you're getting up close.
I'm not getting up close yet. I'm just gonna do perception.
I know someone else get close.
No, but I do want to check the sky.
Yeah, you can check the sky. Perception check.
11 perception. How do I bother?
Now I get it.
So there are 3 bodies that look to be lying beneath the wagon, like the wagon overturned and they were,
Like crushed on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think I see more bodies. We ought to be pretty careful if it turns out like last time. Angie, don't go up and touch them.
Are the bodies moving at all?
I'm looking at the sky.
Okay.
It's hard to tell from the distance.
I got a 25, by the way.
It's
Birds.
pretty clear. Clear, not even a cloud in sight.
Can I do a perception check and like listen for anything?
Sure.
Okay. That's not good. Oh man. Let's see, that's 12.
You hear sound of the wind.
There's your spell.
You hear the occasional cawing in the distance of like vultures or other carrion eater pests. Non-demonic, not screechy like the ones that you fought before. But everything seems natural. Well, the sounds all seem natural, at least for what you've come to understand. Well, you know the wastes. You grew up in the wastes.
Yeah. So I just like listen and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you don't hear anything unusual.
Okay. I can, I mean, if you want, I can like sneak up to the wagon and check it.
Sounds like a job for someone who can turn invisible.
That's true.
Do we want to all go? Or do we want to just let you stealth up there?
You're the leader. What do you want to do?
Why don't you go stealth up there?
I'll do that. Yeah. I will... Does it let me cast invisibility? I think it does, right? Check. Yep. I'm gonna use one charge and cast the invisibility spell.
Okay.
And then I will make a stealth check, and I will walk up to the thingamabob. Oh man, natural 1, great. The other one was up higher. Not, they weren't both ones. Because you get advantage, right, with invisibility.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, stealth
Okay.
check,
I'm like, I never cast invisibility on myself before. I'm like, I think I get advantage. Just from what I've seen you guys do, like, I'm pretty sure.
So what's your stealth check?
It is 18.
Wow, that's pretty good. Okay. So you turn yourself invisible and you creep up to the wagon. As you get closer, you can see the 3 bodies are of 2 drow and an orc. And they're dressed in pretty nice clothes, not armor. And given the look of the wagon and kind of the things, their goods and stuff scattered about that are dirty and picked over, that you gather that these are merchants, or were merchants.
Okay. And does it look like they were like robbed, like their goods are nowhere to be found, or is it?
Well, they
like,
still have some stuff scattered around.
or
So
were they just attacked? Just
why don't you make an investigation check?
Yeah. Super good at these two. All right, let's see. That was, well, I don't know if that was cocked or not. Hopefully it was, but if it's not, then it's a 3. It was like on the cord, so
Didn't
does that?
look cocked to me though from
No?
here, but I'm a little
Okay,
ways away.
if it's not, then it's a 3. All right.
3 investigation.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Where are you? What specifically are you investigating, and how are you investigating?
Yeah, so I mean, probably just pretty surface level things. Like I'm looking for like big like creature scratch marks or something. Like is it creatures, or is it like bandits? Like are there like weapons attacks, or is it like claws and teeth and stuff like that, or is it like what happened to this cart?
You don't find any claw marks.
Okay. That's it.
3, yes, that's
And a
it.
3, yeah. That's
Okay, I'm just okay, great. Yeah, and then I guess otherwise the last thing I want to do is see if there's anything like any demons are gonna pop up and attack us if it's dangerous.
with a 3.
Do you want me to keep the 3, or is it a different check?
Depends on if you're going more in depth to check.
I mean,
Spending more time and
Yeah,
checking.
Are you gonna go like look in the wagon?
or listen, or like
What are you doing? You tell me. What would Bonks do?
I mean, yeah, he'd probably look for like a specific thing and then also listen. I don't know how you want to do that.
Look for a specific thing.
Yeah, look for any specific dangers. Like he'd probably like peek around and go around the wagon.
Okay. Well, why don't you roll another check
Which
then at disadvantage? Investigation.
Disadvantage?
Yeah, 'cause you failed your first one.
All right, sure. We'll make it harder.
I can't make it too easy for you.
All right. Well, that's a 12 and 11. Oh, well, okay. 12 to 14. So 12 plus 0. So 12.
12's not bad. So you kind of circle the wagon, you're listening, you're looking, and it's really like you see that there is like a yoke for the wagon that's broken, and no sign of whatever beast had been pulling it. But again, you don't see any signs of like a big struggle, aside from the wagon being completely toppled over. As you circle around and you decide to kind of get down and look into the cart, and get a closer look at the bodies. You see, before you sense, bright light out of the corner of your eye as 3 invisible will-o-wisps suddenly flicker into existence.
Oh.
And I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
I see.
I see.
I don't see. I see.
I'm going to switch you guys to a map
Map.
in just a second.
Yes. Oh, it's stuck.
Well.
It's will.
Well.
So I'm going to go ahead. Well, oh yeah, I need to give... Did you forget your tablet, anything?
Yep.
Okay. To give Nick control of
Sorry.
Soup and G. It's okay. Okay. Zach, you can control Bonks. I'm gonna put him over here next to the wagon. So you're probably like there. I don't know where the rest of you guys were.
It seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So these things were invisible. No.
They were invisible, but once you came into their line of sight by looking into the wagon, well,
They can
you're
see
invisible, but you
Right.
disturbed something in the wagon and they illuminated.
So they see me?
Who knows?
Yes.
Okay, but I'm still invisible. Okay.
They know that something disturbed something in the wagon. They illuminated.
Alright.
Okay, right, so I need to actually run an encounter. That's the thing I need to do. Did you guys all rolled?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, do we have a Easter?
Easter is 19.
Oh, nice.
Riot is 4.
Oh yeah, I need to enter Riot.
Riot and Easter just have to have like
Yeah.
the far end of this initiative spectrum.
Okay, Zoph?
We're next to each other. It's just
Yeah.
gotta loop
Right.
around.
Yeah.
16.
Angie?
16.
Hey.
And Bounce.
4.
Of
I'm with
course.
Riot. You guys are together. I'm with Riot.
Thank you.
And Easter is our leader.
Easter's
So
in
Easter,
charge.
you see from your vantage point these 3 motes of light pop up.
Are they like, do I see them like through the canvas of the wagon? Because you said that they were kind of inside the wagon.
Well, they kind of float up,
Oh,
so
okay.
you can see them.
Oh yeah, there's not really much of the canvas on the wagon. It's
No,
always
it's,
kind of
it's like, it's an uncovered, kind of toppled on its side, kind of not fully flat, kind of like angled, and yeah, so they kind of come out and they're
okay.
glowing.
Do I know what these things are? Have I seen something like this before?
Yeah, I feel like
You
we
fought, I
fought
think you
Wolves.
fought some in the Savalier Wood, didn't you?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so, yeah,
Okay.
it's up to you whether Easter remembers that or not.
Yeah. Well, I might have even asked this before then, but I
If they were a Feywild
yeah,
thing.
if they're Feywild, then
I can't remember what we'd said back then.
yeah, me neither.
But I think based on your previous experience, you'd at least know.
And we were attacked by them before, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So all this is to figure out, like, do I want to immediately attack? And I think probably Easter does do that. So yeah, I'm gonna use 2 Eldritch Blasts, 1 on each of the ones near Bonks. Okay. Does a 13 hit?
No.
Does a 14 hit?
Nope.
Okay, we're gonna slowly find out their AC.
Working your way up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give these
I
guys.
do remember these things being hard to hit.
Well, I rolled badly on both of those.
Giving them labels.
Yeah.
Ease of. Oops.
Yeah, both of these shots go wide.
Okay. so much clicking. Click, 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 click. Okay. Anything else on your turn, or is that it?
I'm gonna back up. Put that into Easter fire and forget.
Then go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Okay. It is their turn next. Okay, I think what's going to happen is these two are going to fly over to Easter.
Oh no. Well, I guess I did attack.
This one's here, and this one's here.
I forgot how fast it was.
And this one does not know the box is here, so this one's going to come over.
Can I make a free attack against one of them?
If you do, you will lose invisibility.
Okay.
So you'll have advantage on the attack, but yeah, you'll
Do
lose.
I get surprise attack?
They're not surprised.
They're not surprised.
Right.
You have advantage on the attack because they don't know you're there. Let me double check what.
I'm wondering about the.
I know, but I know why you're asking. What is there? The rules of D&D. Okay, what are the rules for surprise attack?
It's worded in a way that confuses me. That's why I'm like, I don't know.
I know, it's always like...
And I was just looking it up to see what people say about it, and there's lots of arguing. So I'm like, I don't know.
Surprise. Rules. DM determines who might be surprised. If neither side tries to be stealthy, they automatically notice each other, blah, blah, blah. So... I think that it's also like DM discretion. So I'm going to say they're not surprised.
That I'm popping out of nowhere and attacking them.
They're not surprised because you disturbed them and had them come out. They don't know where you are, so you have advantage on your attack, but they know
so there's
something.
some things that's, yeah, okay.
They know there's a threat around,
Okay.
so they're not.
So we're not getting the surprise attack.
Well, your surprise attack also says it takes extra damage if it hasn't taken a turn yet in the current.
Oh, is that what it says?
In the current
Mine?
combat.
Oh,
Well, it
okay.
depends if you're using the legacy version
Oh,
of
that's
Bugbear or the modern version.
Oh yeah, I was looking at the modern.
Because, yeah, my character sheet doesn't say it that language, but that's
The
very
character
interesting.
sheet also tends to cut back on words sometimes.
I think the Bugbear got revamped in Morning Cunning's Tome of Foes or whatever.
Right, that's
Oh,
what,
okay.
that's what I was looking at.
Which makes sense. I would rather use the more
That
recent
version's
modern
better.
version.
So that one says if they haven't taken a turn.
Yeah, and these all have.
That makes a lot more sense than just saying surprise,
Yeah.
right? Because
It also
that's
seems
pretty
a lot
ambiguous.
more, like, useful.
Yeah, so that's much better. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Anyway,
so
so
no.
yeah, but you get advantage because they don't know where exactly you are.
Okay. Yep. All right. So I'm gonna get advantage. I'm gonna use moon.
Which one are you
Moonlights.
attacking? I think
Oh yeah, there were
It's the
three
I
of them,
guess
right?
over two.
there were
No,
two
the
that went
damage
through.
yet?
Well, I guess all three if
All
your
three
reach
of
is
them.
10.
Yeah.
So you can pick which one you want to do. None of them is
I don't
taking
care.
damage.
Let me see where they are. Well, let's just say the last one that moved.
Okay.
I don't know.
The one that's on Soph.
Sure.
Sure. Alright, what was that to hit?
Okay. So that's and with this type of attack, I get one attack, right? I don't get.
Yes, you get one
Yeah,
attack.
that's what I thought. So that is a +8, so that's 25 to hit.
A 25 hits.
Okay.
What are you attacking with?
Lance,
Okay.
I'm not raging, so that is just 9 damage.
Okay.
And that's it.
Alright, now that that's been resolved, they are each going to attack. 2 attacks on Easter and 1 on Soph. So we have... I missed my tray. That's a 21 to hit
That hits.
for 9 lightning damage.
Okay.
Second attack on Easter is a 14,
Hit also hits.
9 lightning damage. And the attack on Zoph is a 19.
I will cast shield.
Oh, it misses. Oops.
Kay really did accept that challenge.
No. No, that's okay. I clicked a button on this mouse and lost my thing. There it is. Oh shit. Does everybody remember what everyone's initiative was? I accidentally reset the tracker.
Ryan and I are 4.
Yeah.
Angie and Zope are 16, and
Easter was 19.
Yep.
Helps that so many of us were the same.
That's
Easter
the only
was
reason I remember.
19.
Yes.
You guys were both 16. Box was 4. Riot was 4. And they were...
In between Easter
17
Yeah.
or 18.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. As long as they're in between. Okay. Okay, and then this one took 9 damage. There was a back button on the mouse that I hit, so it back
Oh.
didn't save. I was like, no! Okay, so they attacked and moved. And now it's Angie's turn.
Wild shape. And since they're doing lightning damage, I'm going to change into a fiendish giant spider.
Can you do a giant spider? Are you high enough level for a giant spider now? Okay.
It's on there. It's a medium beast.
It's the CR rating, but if it's, yeah, it's available. It's fine.
This. And going to move a little closer to the one by Zoph.
These are all terrible.
Can I move to the side of the universe? Take control.
Let me just,
Yeah, I'll do it.
yeah, I'm trying to get a spider out
Yes.
for you. What size creature did you say it was?
Medium.
That's kind of hard to see, but that's fine. Spider Lika. How many hit points does your spider have?
It's 11.
Okay. Okay. Nick, you should have
Okay, I got it.
moving permissions, so you can... I'll just get this one out of the way for now. There you go.
Cool.
And
And I'm going to bite.
you're gonna bite... Oh,
I don't think you can.
yeah, you used your action to transform.
Oh, that's right. I can't attack this round.
But if you have a bonus action...
For my bonus action, these are not like little creatures at all. I really need to set up that. I'll just wait.
Okay. So,
I was torn between two things, but I will do the one that's more fun. I will try and wave and get Easter's attention and say, "This is the spell. This is the one I was talking about." And I'll cast Magnify Gravity. I've got a 60-foot range, and it is a 10-foot radius sphere, so we will center it to get A and C from right behind them.
do you want to do the honors, Nick, of drawing a
Yeah.
circle?
Let's see if I can remember how to draw something.
I mean, it's not like a lasting effect. It's just I don't think.
But yeah, centering it at 10 foot to get A and C and not hit Easter. Yeah, I think that's possible.
I got it right here.
Okay. And what do I have to do?
They need to make Constitution saves.
Okay.
Oh, and I cast this at 3rd level. I don't know if I said that.
I don't know if you did either, but con save. Okay. What's the DC?
16.
Fail.
Yes.
Succeed.
Dope. Okay. Failed save is, let's see. At first level it's 2d8. 1d8 more for each level, so that's 4d8. And then I will get to the success in a second. Oh, high damage so far. High, the track continues, and then it's low. Okay, so 15 plus 7.
22.
And then 2 more for 24. So the full damage is 24 force damage.
Jesus Christ.
On a successful save, it takes half, so 12. And then their speeds are reduced. They're halved until the end of its next turn.
Even on a save.
No, only
Only fail.
the fail.
Well, the fail one just poofs. It fizzles out immediately. So good use of the spell there. Where are my notes?
And it's an instantaneous effect. The thing doesn't linger. We don't need this so far.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Great. Then it is Bonks' turn.
Okay. First things first. I need these. Blind to rage. And close enough. I'm close enough, so I'm gonna. Ooh, that's all. Let's go right here, and I'm gonna attack B. The one on his oath.
Yep.
Twice.
Okay.
Well, if I have to. I'm gonna make this use reckless attack on this.
Mm-hmm.
So roll with advantage.
Mhm.
Oh wow, that was really bad. A 4 and a 3. So that's probably gonna miss. That's a 12.
Yeah, that misses.
Shoot, that sucks. Better. A 5. That is better. And an 11, which is better. So that's a 19.
It hits.
Great. And then this is let's see. 10 damage.
Okay.
And then that one, I'm gonna also send out Tal'Dorei to harass it as he does. And rage. And that's it.
I spell your ancestors' name.
Tolknath, Tolknath.
J.R.R. Tolkien.
There it is.
All
I
right.
think I get the book reading from.
Riot. And then Easter.
Okay. Riot miraculously doesn't have any monsters on her. So she's gonna go up to Easter and give the help action to attack C. Oh, and then Easter. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Then Easter doesn't have disadvantage, just a straight roll
Mm-hmm.
on Eldritch Blasting this thing that's right in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's do 2 attacks. Well, I'll do 1 first. It's a natural 1.
Great.
The second Eldritch Blast. This one is at disadvantage because I only got top up. The first one is gonna miss because it's the same 13 I rolled before.
Oh, Easter.
13 total.
Yeah.
Yep. That misses.
Yep. And I think he should just call it. Help! What's happening?
Help. All right, it's their turn next.
What's with that dramaturgy thing?
Yeah, so on their turn, they both poof, poof, become invisible. Oops, I need to go on the gym. Where do we go? Alright. Okay, Angie, you're up.
Okay, they went invisible, but my spidey sense has blindsight. Can I still see them?
I think they need to be touching the ground for that.
Isn't that tremor sense?
Is that tremor sense?
Oh, that might be tremor sense, yeah.
What's your range on blindsight?
10 feet.
10 feet? Okay. Well, they weren't really... Oh, there you are.
Yeah, it was right underneath. So.
Yeah, so you would be able to sense it leaving your field of vision. And then after that, you lost track of it.
And I also have like a web sense.
Well, but you're not
But
on
I'm
a
not on a
web.
When
web.
it leaves,
So-
can she do a OA on it? Because she can sense it?
Yeah, if you'd like.
Yeah.
But I think, wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the rules say it has to be a creature you can see, but if it's blind sense. Let me look up blind sense real quick, just to be sure. But it really matters.
A creature you can sense.
Yeah, they do make distinction. Tremor sense can't be used to detect flying or corporeal creatures, but blind sight doesn't have that restriction.
Yeah.
Then yeah, go ahead and make your...
Chomp it.
Jump, 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 jump.
That's an 8.
No.
Yeah, that misses. Whiff.
Okay, but that's just the OA. So
So now, you felt it leaving your threat range, but now you have no idea where it is.
okay. I'm trying to think what I can do to
If you
walk over to where it was, and can a spider make a grapple attempt? I mean, have 8 legs after all.
Yeah, you can try to. You can, yeah. Swing in the air and hope you hit something. It'll be at disadvantage.
Well, she can sense it, right?
Well,
If it's
but
within 10 feet.
you don't sense it
So
within 10
when
feet.
you have to
of
like walk, you have to look
Yeah.
for it.
I don't sense it within 10 feet of me.
Yeah.
If you walked around a little, maybe.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I want to attempt to go where it was.
okay, so you want to walk in a direction.
Yeah, underneath where Zoph.
Okay, which way did it go?
So it was here, and you felt it leaving your threat range in this direction.
Okay.
But then it disappeared, so you're not sure.
Okay, so yeah, so let's go 1 square more over there, right
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
And
Still nothing.
I don't sense it.
You don't
well, I
sense
have
it.
40 feet of movement,
Oh,
so let's just keep
Two.
trying to
That
sense
was
34. It's 20 feet,
that's 20 feet. Nothing.
30 feet,
Nothing.
40 feet.
Nothing.
That was the direction that I went.
you can dash.
it. Pooped out. I'll just wait.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Then it is Zoph's turn.
This is tough. I don't really have much I can do. So... I will... Just for fun. Because why not? Wait, is it within range? That's not good. Am I within 30 feet of Angie?
Let's see.
I don't think so. I think Angie's just out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 35.
35. Well, I can move 5 feet in that direction to get within 30 feet of Angie.
Mm-hmm.
I will wave my staff in the air, and what looks like a pinch of powdered iron will appear in the dodecahedron wireframe at the top for just a moment, as a wave of magic releases from the staff in Angie's direction, and I cast Enlarge on that spider!
Oh my god.
Your weight is multiplied by 8. You increase by 1 size category.
Oh, the blind sense is going to be better too because it's within 10 feet of this larger creature.
And you happen to find it right here. Yes! Angie is the only one that can see/sense it.
And if you hit with an attack, you'll do an extra 1d4 damage. That's my turn.
She can't talk, but she goes.
Thank you.
So it goes.
Yeah.
Alright, Bonks.
Let's see. Well, I don't know where they are.
You don't know where they are.
Oh, it's good.
That's what I was hoping would happen.
See. Well, what's this? I am going to hold an action to throw something at them when they appear, if they appear. Yeah, I guess I'll just hold the attack action.
Okay. Alright, Riot.
Throw or shoot, I guess.
Riot's not going to do anything. Just look quickly around.
And Easter.
And Easter's going to go nuclear.
Nuclear?
Easter pulls out the Wand of Winter.
Mm-hmm.
Sights at a sort of a randomish point in the air. And just like shouts, "That hurt!" And like casts Ice Storm.
Oh boy. Alright,
Will this Wand of Winter?
a randomish spot.
So I'm going to draw the circle. It's a 20-foot radius circle.
Alright, just draw it at the random spot where you want to hit it.
10 radius.
Jesus.
15 radius. That. There we go. Yeah, if it's in there, it has to make a dexterity saving throw, which it's great at, probably.
And what happens on a success and what happens on a failure?
On a failure, it takes 2d8 bludgeoning damage and 46 cold. On a success, it'll take half much of that.
It's pretty nuclear.
I'm just going to roll, and you can apply or not apply this to a creature that may or may not be making a save.
I love the different colored dice for the different damage. That is so clever.
Okay, this is going to be 11 cold. Nope, 11 bludgeoning. And 17 cold.
You did that with Thaddeus too. With the
Yeah.
slight damage, yeah.
I love
So,
It's a really good
30.
idea.
38? 11?
28.
No, 28. Yeah, you're right, 28.
Okay.
Yep. I don't know if anything got.
Yeah.
But that's what that, yeah.
Yeah.
And all the rest of you watch,
What
it's
is
just
what
like,
does it look like when you cast the spell?
and it's just like, out of nowhere, this whole, like, this sphere of icy wind just starts to whip up out of a certain point. It like spirals and spirals and gets bigger and bigger until it's just the sphere of raging wind and icicles just whipping all through the air and lacerating whatever might be inside. I don't think any of you have seen Easter cast this spell before.
Mm-mm.
I remember when we got the item, but I don't know if we ever used
Yeah.
it.
Big ass circle.
Yep.
Alright, that happens. Angie, you
This whole place is difficult terrain at the end of
Great.
my next turn.
Oh,
Angie, you sense the wisp leaving your range of blind sense again. I am on the wrong layer. And then it is your turn, Angie.
Let's move in the direction that it was until
So you got 40 feet of movement.
bump into it.
How do you go for 40 feet? Your whole movement?
Well, I'll go a little bit at a time since
Okay. Yeah, so you
Okay.
go a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. You don't sense anything.
it has that big movement.
If they dash,
They came all the way from the wagon to me, and I was like backed up way up.
In the interest of time,
Mhm.
it becomes clear to you that this thing can outrun you. So ultimately, you can make the decision to keep chasing it or to turn back.
Well, I think what she would do is just make a big circle and eventually head back to the party.
Okay. Yeah, can do that. Everything else is quiet. Seems to be no sign of any more of them. So we can exit initiative.
Okay. Since I'm near the wagon, can I do an investigation check to see if I see any, like, footprints from the broken yoke area?
Yeah, investigation or survival check
yeah, I encourage everyone else to look into this.
for
'cause
that.
I
Yeah,
do not
everybody
think
can
so.
All right,
investigate.
let me take a look here.
Yeah.
Yeah, please. Basically, my conversation when I report back after this is all cooled down is I'm like, well, there's no claw marks. That's about all the information I got.
So I got a 60.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Only a 7.
Did you roll investigation or survival?
Survival.
Survival. Okay, so yeah, you can tell after investigating the area around the broken yoke. It becomes pretty clear to you, knowing animals, that the creature that had been pulling this cart must have broken, like torn free of its harness. The like remains of the harness are still kind of attached, and you see the footprints leading away. So you guess that it probably ran and escaped with its life. You rolled
17.
investigation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, so you come to investigate the wagon, and you find a locked iron box among the scattered, ruined merchandise that was being carried in the wagon.
I will look around my party as I'm holding this iron box, and then look back at Ao's party.
We're just running to catch up. What happened? Everything happened so fast. We thought we saw some lights glaring.
Yeah, it was over pretty quick, but look what I found.
They cheat.
What?
Said what I said.
Rachel Spider.
I'm not
Probably a slightly smaller
Angry
spider by
animals.
now.
Yeah.
My spell only lasts a minute.
So yeah. So are you asking one of their party to try and pick the lock? Is that what you're
Yeah, I'm
asking?
just kind of holding it up to see if anyone...
Let's see. Urban's like, I could give it a go, but did you look for a key? Seems odd that they wouldn't have one if they
I
had the
didn't
box.
see one, but that's a good point. Well, I didn't rifle any pockets yet.
You didn't rifle any pockets yet.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Well, give it a try.
Oh.
You can have advantage because Urban's going to help you.
Rifle some pockets. Measly 26.
Well, you don't find anything in any pockets, but you do find a small key around the broken neck of the orc.
That was a good idea. To look, and also... gross.
Ooh. Yeah, well, makes sense that they'd have a key, right? I mean, I'm not opposed to picking a lock if I have to, but why make it
Why
harder
do it
for
when you
yourself?
have- Yeah,
Exactly.
smart.
Please do the honors. Yeah, so you open the box, and I need you to roll. No. The box contains 50 gold and a potion of hill giant strength.
Cool.
Potion goes to box.
Hill
Alright.
Yep.
giant.
Could call it a potion of healing.
Oh my gosh. Boo.
You can spend some more time looking around, but that's really the only thing of value to be found here.
Can we, like last time, try and maybe identify they're merchants, but like from where or
Yeah, I mean, in the investigation checks, you can tell that they're just traders on the road. It's a little difficult to tell if they have any specific affiliation other than maybe they're just traveling from town to town. This is a very, like, traveled, well-known road. So...
And we don't know the origin of the attack either.
You gather that it was the wisps.
Oh. Okay.
Seems rather harsh for wisp. That's why I was thinking.
Wisps suck.
Wisps were very hard when we were lower level.
They will just, like, you guys never got knocked down, but they could just devour you.
Okay.
I remember them being very tough when we were lower
My
level.
player.
Yeah, you guys are pretty high level now, so they're kind of a piece of cake. Plus, you scared these off, so...
Easter scared them off.
Actually, I think it was Sove.
I obliterated one with one spell.
Yeah, they were like, fuck! Just kidding!
Will we ever find out if you got one or not?
Probably not. I like to think that I did.
Yeah. What do you
Yeah,
think
but-
happened?
Yeah.
Alright.
Actually 7, and you got all of them.
Except when one blows bad. It's unlucky.
Oh no.
Before we end the session for the night, let's go ahead and do one more D8
Okay.
roll.
Use different dice. So
1, 3.
that one's stopped. 7.
One blue.
Okay. I was hoping it would be this. I was hoping this one would come up.
Right.
So, you guys can all take a long rest.
Badly hurt.
Most hurt you've ever been.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Finally found where to add items. I've been looking this whole time, like, where do you...
Oh,
It's...
Oh, I put it in the bag of holding.
Oh, did you?
The Hill Giant Strength Potion?
Oh, okay.
I
Or
thought
do you just want to get...
I was just gonna...
Yeah,
hold it.
yeah. Why don't you do that?
Okay.
That's sick.
That way I can access it.
Yeah.
You did.
Okay.
I'll put the gold in the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright. So you all mark a long rest. The next day, you are... Well, before we do that, is there anything you guys want to do overnight at the camp? No pressure, you're going to have lots of chances for... Unless you lose all of them in a devastating battle in the next encounter.
No, I don't have anything personally.
Okay. So the next day, you're traveling. And it's been pretty quiet. It's pretty, a little bit too warm. But it's fine. And suddenly, in the distance, you hear a wild yell. And that's where we will end tonight's session. We'll pick up there next time.
You're going to have to do that again at the top of the next session.
Happily.
Okay.
Happily.
I'm gonna turn that into a sound bite.
So we'll figure out who's yelling and what is happening next time. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And we'll see you then. Good night.
Bye.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.